Hello, everybody. Check, check, 1 2 1 2. How we doing? It looks like I'm coming in pretty hot tonight. Okay, well, that means I'm going to back my microphone up a little bit. How's it sounding? Hello, Sarah. Hello, Sarah, from the other side of the planet. That makes me so happy. Welcome. And hello, Samantha. Good to see you, my love. Check in if you'd like to. Let us know who you are, where you're watching from. Are you a regular? Are you a newbie? You are all welcome, equally welcome. So I'm still getting it together here. I am going to start tonight with a smoke cleanse. Good, thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Samantha, too. Thank you, everybody. Come on, light. Indeed. Lots of love and blessings to Australia. Because we're heading down that road, too. I offer you a smoke cleanse. Light up your sage, cedar, jasmine. Hi, Patricia. Welcome from New Mexico. Awesome. Nice to see new people. I am so sorry that I couldn't do a prayer circle on Saturday. Is what it is. I see the orthopedic surgeon a week from tomorrow, and hoping to do another round of shots with fingers crossed and put off surgery until after we go through this next round of pandemic. So, all right. So I feel like I'm still kind of getting my feet under me. My back has only been like back in completely since Monday. And even though it's in, and I mean it was way out, even though it's in, I'm kind of having constant pain with it. So I'm going to do things simply tonight. You've heard that before. I know you've heard that before. Trust me. So one card from each deck. That's it. That's all. Just one. And the decks tonight are the Star Spinner, which I just unboxed on Monday, that my lovely daughter Morgana got for me, and I love it. It's a wonderful, wonderful deck. And I paired with that the Starseed. So we have Star Spinner and Starseed. So let's talk some actually planetary stuff, not star stuff. Planetary stuff. We're under an Aries moon tonight, so if you've felt a little bit of a pickup today, coming out of Pisces moon, where we all get very hermity, and somebody was saying, when the moon's in Pisces, you're allowed to hide under your bed, and it's like, okay, when the natal moon is in Pisces, you get your own cave. So I'm always hermity and cavey and all that, but now today there's definitely been a let's go get 'em kind of feel. And thank you, Samantha. This took a lot of work, actually, because if I just let it go without the dryer, it's not good. It's not good. It took a lot of work and a lot of product. I have to use product now. But next week, tune in next Wednesday. And hopefully on Saturday. No, next Wednesday, because I might be different. Anyway, so Aries moon, and today Jupiter went into Aquarius, and people are like, oh, what does Jupiter in Aquarius mean? Guess what? Jupiter has been in Aquarius. It just came out of Aquarius not that long ago and into Pisces, and it is retrograde now, so it is actually retrograding back into Aquarius. So it is familiar territory. And Jupiter is the expansion principle. In its most general sense, it's the greater benefic. So it is the planet that brings the greatest benefit, luck. And it is because it's the expansion principle, because it rules generosity and justice and humor and, you know, our sense of spirituality. And so the expansion principle, you know, think about generosity as a general term. If you want to characterize Jupiter, it's Santa Claus. Saturn is Scrooge, Jupiter is Santa Claus. So jolly, ho, 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 generous, egalitarian, you know, all that kind of stuff. Jupiter in general rules our philosophies. And so when it went into Pisces, Jupiter is the old ruler of Pisces, so it's very much at home in the sign of Pisces. In Aquarius, we can get very calculating when it comes to generosity. Let me see how long it's going to be there. Hold on. Not for too long. Jupiter spends about a year in each sign. So in December of 2020, we had Jupiter at 0 Aquarius. Is it really that? And then, and then we went into Pisces in mid-May, and then we hit the retro in June, and so we're going to be back in Aquarius. We're going to back up to 22 degrees of Aquarius. And see, this is why it even though it just went into Aquarius in December, this is why it's, you know, adds up to a year, because we have these long retrograde periods. So it stations in October at 22 degrees near the end of October and moves forward again. When planets go retrograde, the energy is not as accessible on a practical level. So Jupiter on a practical level would talk about your philosophies and justice and decisions about generosity, decisions about travel, long distance travel. It rules mass media, it rules all kinds of stuff, higher education. So philosophies and ideas, while Mercury is data and factual knowledge, it's knowledge, Jupiter is understanding. It's looking at what that knowledge means. So Jupiter applies meaning to things. So in Aquarius, we want crystal clarity. And interesting that these investigations have started, and Jupiter is back into Aquarius now, where we need to take a very clear, crystal clear look at the broader understanding of things. So that's Jupiter in Aquarius. It goes back into Pisces on New Year's Day. What do you know? No, 2 days before, December 30th. So this is familiar territory. Jupiter's been in Aquarius. You know, it's just kind of more of the same, except it gets a little bit more underground, more cerebral, less practical. Hard to talk about things that are, you know, less practical in any kind of practical, understandable terms. So, okay, let me catch up. Who's here? Hi, Sherry. Hello. Hi, Becca. Hi, Lisa. Yay. Oh, so good to see everybody. All right. So we've done our smoke cleanse. Let's do a salt water. This was ocean water you saw me putting in here. Okay, so I offer you water and earth as I offer you air and fire. And let's come on down into the body. Give me the bell. Where's my danger? Uh-oh. Trouble, trouble. My dinger is missing. Be right back. We'll use a different bell. All right. Oh, come down into the body. Just bring all your attention down into your body. Feel every single inch of your skin. And now send a root down into the earth. And let the energy come up the root. Feel it pouring in the base of your spine, pouring down your legs, starting to fill up your body. As you inhale, you feel more earth energy come up through the root, fill up your body, fill up your body. Swirling up all the way up through your belly, through your chest, up to your shoulders, down your arms, up your neck, into your head. Feel it swirling. Kind of feel your skin from the inside touched with this earth energy until your body's just filled up with it. And then exhale and a deep inhale and really pull up and amplify that energy. And exhale it out the top of your head. Let it make a nice egg, touching the earth and enclosing that root, and then open up to heavenly energy, cosmic energy. Let that pour in. Ooh, I'm seeing a really beautiful, like, violet. Come on down in. And I'm calling in allies and ancestors, guides and guardians. I welcome you here. Thank you for being with me every minute of every day. Thank you for all the assistance you've brought me throughout my entire life. And I especially thank you for your assistance tonight in bringing me messages and helping me to hear them clearly. I welcome you here. Welcome and blessed be. Okay. Let's offer, for fresh water, let's offer that fire of Azrael. And we get to start readings tonight with La 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 Leo. Yay! All right, let's see who else is here. Okay, I will find it. I'm sure it's probably off that away on the windowsill or down below, because Pyewacket gets up here and I didn't put the dinga in with the bell like it belongs. So, hi Marcy. Yeah, I just got this like intense violet. Yep, Starseed's wonderful. All right. Okay, here we go. And we've got the Magic 13 watching here. So welcome. And let's get swing. No, wait, no, dices. Dices. Let's do the general first. All right, we've got Venus in Aquarius. No, sorry, that's Mars. Whoops. Whoop, whoop. In the third house. So Mars making an appearance in a nod to the Aries moon tonight. Mars in Aquarius. Boy, that is some... give me a second here. that is some serious motivation towards the pursuits of science in service to humanity. I mean, this is what Aquarius is. Science, knowledge, solid knowledge in service to humanity. It's like we know what we know, but what are we going to do with what we know? And we're looking now around the globe at, countries like poor Australia that, Australia hasn't, from what I understand, hasn't had access to vaccines. They don't have the supply, was my understanding. So vaccination has been slow there, and they're getting hit with Delta, and I hear that we have Lambda in the US now. So variations are happening, and this week I started, catching the vibe that, it's gunning for us, you guys. And that at some point, oh, sorry, there's a hummingbird sitting on a bare branch. Hi, sweetie. Hummingbirds are joy. So anyway, I have a feeling that at some point we're all going to have experienced COVID. It is the cold virus. A common cold is a COVID virus. Or, the same type of virus as COVID. And so, it's coming. It's coming. And all we can do is our best. And it makes me sad that we can't. Yeah, I'm thinking mid-September, Becca. I agree. I think we're going to be well and truly in the shit by mid-September. And, we've got governments that are afraid to mandate things because of all the silly people. We've got so many silly people. So Mars just says we need to be certain and assertive and even aggressive. Warrior energy going into what we know scientifically and putting that to proper use for the good of humanity, the good of the many. Third house is basic knowledge. Third house is how we use our minds. So what this is showing too is that we need to change our minds. Aquarius is Uranian energy. So Uranus ruling Mars says that there can be sudden, unexpected shakeups. And in the third house, third house is your neighborhood. Third house is your close-in environment outside of your home, but not like in another city or another state. It's close in. So it's your neighborhood. It's the people that are around you. And we have to get aggressive and, pioneering even, warrior-like with using the good scientific information we have and employing right action around our neighborhoods. So again, we can't control people. We can't. And people are being, frankly, too big pussies to even try to put mandates in place. And this makes me sadder than anything, that we just can't, that we are bowing to the lowest common denominator of, I don't want to, and we don't want to upset those people. Well, in this country, we really don't want to upset those people because they're crazy and they have guns and, but it's saying that we need to be aggressive about what we know in the science, taking care of ourselves, doing these measures in our neighborhood because all we really have control of is ourselves and keeping ourselves safe. And I vow to not be a spreader. I vow. And I have a friend over the last couple weeks that I found out he's been fully vaccinated for months and got COVID. So folks, and they were saying that he was told he could not spread it, probably because his viral load was low. I don't really know. But I vow that I won't be part of the problem. So here we go. We've survived it this long. I know it just kind of got harder because we were thinking, yippee, summer, and here we go again. But you know what? We're resilient. And remember, the cardinal rule of NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, is the person with the greatest capacity for change wins. Always. Always. And also, another great rule, oh, my little hummingbird just came back. Another great rule is anytime you argue with reality, you lose, but only 100% of the time. So this is reality, folks. We can't argue with it. What we can do is become a warrior for the common good, for humanity in our neighborhoods, and do what we have to do as aggressively as we need to keep things safe. All right, so thank you, Dice, for that message. Okay. Okay. Fall equinox. Yeah, I agree, Samantha. I'm thinking mid-September. You know. All right. Monkeypox. What the fuck? Okay. Leos. Here we go. I'm going to go this way, because these cards are a little sticky and clumpy when they shuffle, so. All right. Keep getting pulled over here. Oof. Leo. Yikes. 7 of Swords. Okay. I'm going to take the one that fell by itself. 7 of Swords and Weight of the World. Holy mackerel. So we've got the Thief card here, and the reason why I want to do one card here is because I want to give you more of an experience of the writing for this deck, because it's beautiful, and especially if you are familiar with Tarot, the nuances of meaning, the new layers that they give, I've found just amazing. 7 of Swords marks you as the betrayer. You saw opportunities and took them by whatever means you could. You prioritized getting ahead over your personal ideals. This card represents those moments where you find yourself lying through your teeth in an effort to avoid responsibility, and worse, you seem to be getting away with your dishonesty. Ow! I mean, that's a big ouchie, bro. Holy moly. Well, let's look at it. Where have we put like succeeding or business matters or things like that ahead of your own priorities, your own standards? Where have you come off your own standards here? And it's time to check that and see why that is, and make an adjustment here. And then when I look at Weight of the World, it says boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry. And look at this. Look at this. Okay, the Thief card, I'm veering off now. The Thief card is carrying things that he's picked up that don't belong to him. All right? Whether it's thief or not, we have an image of somebody carrying things that don't belong to them. And this says, let it go, it's not yours to carry. So the combination of these two, and it's saying, Leo, there's something you just need to let go of right now. I'm going to turn my microphone down. It's coming in so hot. Okay, am I still good here? All right. So there's something here, Leo, that you have taken on that you're carrying, and it's weighing you down. And it's time to let it go. Whether that is the worry for the greater good or specific people, or just the burden of seeing somebody that you know what they should do and they're not doing it, and you're kind of carrying the burden and the worry of that, or just something you've kind of been pulled into. But the 7 of Swords also says there's a little bit of a meddling kind of vibe here as well, saying that you chose to pick something up that wasn't yours and say, I'm going to take care of this, I'm going to get involved here where I don't belong. So both of these really talk about boundaries and having to kind of back yourself out of a situation where you're carrying what doesn't belong to you, where maybe you have overstepped your boundaries and are not being appreciated because you don't really belong in that situation. So, and usually when I'm reading for Leo and it's like, ooh, I know what this is talking about, but I'm not really sure I know what this is talking about. So I hope it's ringing the bell for some of you. And as always, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, something's bound to hit something. General readings are tough that way. Okay, let's see. Right on. Okay, Samantha, absolutely. Not so much that you're betraying anyone else, but you're betraying yourself by carrying all these ancestral programming, societal programming, yep, right, that are needing to fall. But I'm getting a very much of a personal vibe here as well. So looking at personally where you might be overstepping into a place that you're not appreciated for a good reason. Okay, Leo? All right. I'd love to keep going, and go further with it. But the reason I'm curtailing to just one each tonight is because I don't know how long my back will hold out sitting. So, all right. Virgo has obliged and flipped right over in the deck. All right. Yeah, he hit that like button while you're waiting for me to shuffle. I appreciate that. I like you back. Ooh, there goes one. All right. Virgo, hearing that Virgo is the very next up, I have already started hankering for fall. I don't know about you guys, but, and, down under, you're hankering for spring, I'm sure. Okay, so 4 of Wands, collaboration, Virgo. You've been working a great deal, and there's plenty to celebrate. The 4 of Wands indicates that you're approaching a point in your journey where you can afford to look back on all your hard work and congratulate yourself for it. Now's the time to celebrate your accomplishments with your loved ones. So 4 of Wands here is not just about like marriage, and collaboration. It's saying that you've done a good job and it's time to celebrate, to gather with people. Well, maybe not that part. Maybe not that part. Or maybe like this weekend is my birthday weekend. Sunday's my birthday. Sunday is Lammas. And we will be going over to my sister and brother-in-law's. And, the people that we are seeing now are people that are just as careful as we are. And we're going to hang out outside. So anyhow, time to celebrate work well done. So Virgo, you can kind of flop back this week, all right? And then this says loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Interesting. Loosen your grip. Okay, now they're going to make me work. Virgo's going to make me work a little bit for it. So it really does. I do have that image of just kind of flopping down in a comfy chair, not the comfy chair, but flopping down and going, whoof, okay. And the loosen your grip here says you've been, you've had your hands tight on the wheel. I've got to get us there. I've got to do all of these things. First of all, acknowledge the work that you have done and then relax a little bit. It isn't all yours to do. That's what it says, let God in. So rather than just coping with the way things are, let go, ask for guidance, and let your guides come in and carry some of this load. Celebrate what you've already done, but then just kind of kick back a little bit, Virgo. So this week it sounds like it's time to recoup a little bit. Yes, celebrate, but I think it's going, okay, I can let go now. I've done this job is done. Now I can let go of it, and I don't have to know what happens next. All right? Oh, God. Yep. Yeah, the heat. It hasn't been all that hot here, 85, and I can't go out in it. I just don't tolerate it. So, okay. So Virgo, kick back this week. Take a little bit of a breather. Acknowledge that you've done a good job and that you don't have to carry everything into the future. So letting spirit in, but also maybe letting someone else in a body carry some of the load for you. Okay? being the worriers and the analyzers, Virgo can get a bit of a tight grip on things. Ooh, and we've got the High Priestess upside down. I forgot that I turned cards. The plot sickens. In this position for Libra, the High Priestess encourages us to discern the difference between a mystery and a lie. Trusting your intuition must be tempered with a healthy degree of skepticism. Amen. Are you unable to name your challenges because they are new? Or is it because the full scope of the truth has been concealed from you? Who is keeping secrets? All right. So we are talking about trusting your intuition, but also keeping a question open. Is this the truth of it? Do I have all the information I need? Because Libra, for you, it's saying that even though you have a lot of wisdom, you might not have all the information this week. And your guts can tell you that too. Your guts can tell you whether there's more for you to know. Okay, they're making it very easy for me tonight. All right. Ooh, and now we really have a Libra card. It's called Your Life is a Canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. So let's go with the upright energies of the High Priestess as well. Just tapping in, a week for you to tap into the subtler energies in your own body, in your own mind, and also around you. And channel that information in a creative and artistic way. Hold on, there was something else coming there. Okay, so what I'm getting is that you can do some creative pursuits, some artistic things, journaling, painting, freeform poetry like that. And what that will do is fill in the blanks here, where you're feeling like, I can't trust my intuition. And that, I think that's what I'm going to go with. Not that you can't trust it, but you've been feeling like you can't. And so to fill in those gaps where you're feeling skeptical, let, again, in ritual, open up, leave a gap for your guides, for spirit to come in to guide your hand, and just let the words flow out, of your pen or whatever you're using. And read them later. Just let the words flow out and read them later and see if that can fill in the gap of what's missing there or what's making you feel like you can't trust yourself. Okay, catching up with messages here. Oh, Sarah, thank you so much, dear. Oh, goodness. Okay, now we're reading about Tennessee. All right. Hi, Amy. Hello, darling. Okay. So yeah, Libra, just grab something that can help you express yourself artistically. And this is a big weekend. It's Lammas weekend. This is big holiday. This is the opposite holiday from Imbolc. So this is harvest. We're coming up on our first harvest festival. So think about, for everybody here, think about those energies this weekend and look at what you are harvesting in your personal life. Look back at where you were at the beginning of February, what you were thinking. I remember what I was thinking, when the hell do I get my vaccine? And look at where the harvest is. What is manifesting for you right now? I need some more Fire of Azrael before my charcoal goes out. Oh, good, I'm not too late. Right. Such a lovely smell. So, and there are 3 harvest festivals. Lammas is the first. Mabon is the second. There's that Litha. I get them so confused. I think Mabon's in the fall. Equinox is the second. Samhain is the third. All right. Scorpio. Am I on Scorpio already? And it's only 35 minutes. Good. This is going to be a short one. I'm glad. Last week I said, oh, this will be a short one, and it was over 2 hours. Okay. The Piggly Wiggly. Oh my God. All right. All right, Scorpio. Where we at? They're telling me to cut. Ugh. Shoved it in too fast. Let's just do this. All right, Scorpio. 10 of Cups. 10 of Chalices. And the Golden Children. Ooh, 10 of Chalices. First of all, happy. Certainly cause for celebration. Let's see what the book says. There's finally an overarching sense of harmony in your life. Though the journey's been long, you've materialized your hopes and desires in ways you may not have expected. You may not have gotten everything that you wanted, but you found love and fulfillment in the relationships you've built along the way. And now I'm getting more of a sense of just the voice of this deck, and it has kind of a not an open-ended way of speaking. You're this, you're this, you're this. But you can pull out of that just the keywords: overarching sense of harmony, materialized hopes and desires, that love and fulfillment. So this week, yes, that sense of, oh, something finally has culminated, of satisfaction, that sense of satisfaction and something being fun, beautiful, luscious, juicy, you know. And then we have the Golden Children: inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. Okay, so this week for you, Scorpio, is time to drop the load and get back to something more innocent inside you, whatever burden you've been carrying. It's wherever you've had to be a fucking adult and you're sick of it, you know? It's time to let the inner child out and let the adult have a break. Okay, so call in a cosmic babysitter for the adult to take the adult out on a play date so that the inner child can come out and play. There's an opportunity for just a great deal of happiness, a great deal of satisfaction, clinking of glasses. I feel like, you know, this week might be time where a lot of people are going to do their last hurrah of getting together with people before they back up into their caves, you know. So this time, Scorpio, though, the word I'm getting is lightness, a lightness to this week, as opposed to the heaviness, you know, that boulder you've been pushing up the hill. This week, there's a sense of lightness. So take advantage of that, celebrate with others or yourself, and really look to that inner child and what they're experiencing right now. And, you know, I mean, spiritual people are usually in touch with inner child constantly, you know, but we think about it as, you know, just, oh, let her come out and play and all this kind of stuff. But sometimes it's really good to do a meditation and really look at yourself, you know, at a particular age, when you were in crisis, when you were in trauma, and maybe when the adults were not there, you know, when you needed them. And to have a conversation with that inner child and just say, I am here for you now, and I always will be. You know, you can redeem the past by letting your inner child know that you are now on duty and will never let them go through it again. And it can bring a lot of healing. I've been doing a lot of inner child work lately. So, good week for you, Scorpio. And now, you know, I feel like I should be taking more of the Starseed or the Star Spinner, but now the signs that I've already read would kind of get a short sheeted, so I can't do that. Okay, let's see. Am I rocking and rolling? Thank you, Amy. Thank you. All right, we've got, and of course we're just taking the top one there. We have the Ace of Coins. All right, Sagittarius. I want it. Oh, our first repeat of the night. Just wouldn't be us without it, huh? Okay, so we have the Ace of Coins reversed. Aces, of course, are a beginning, so this would indicate a beginning in the material. Time to really get your feet on the ground this week, Sagittarius, and, you know, be very clear about what your resources are, how they need to be used this week. All right, reverse. You are faced with a sudden financial setback of some inconvenience. Though it will not upend your livelihood, it still makes life a little more difficult than it needs to be. Perhaps you counted your chickens before they hatched. You may be feeling a little risk averse, reluctant to pursue new opportunities. Okay, so, and it could just be that it's the end of the month. It's the end of the month and money doesn't go as far as it used to, like in the recent past, because things have gotten more and more expensive. Woof. I have to put my hair up. Things have been getting consistently, steadily more expensive. And so you might find yourself at, you know, what do they say? Too much month left at the end of the money. So let's see how we can turn that around, Sagittarius. I'm going to take another one. Hold on. I just got to get this up off my back because I'm dying of heat. We'll see how long that stays. All right. I got a little thing going on. All right. Let's see what happens when we turn it around. How about that? Ace of Coins is a lucky card. You may have a lead on a new opportunity to expand your source of income. That's usually what it talks to me about, is a new source of income, a new way of dealing with income. You'll need to work hard. It turns out you could do more and your contributions are more valuable. Okay, so it's talking about an expansion opportunity here. So, hold on. I'm thinking that, you know, whatever you're looking for something new, and this is saying not this week. Not this week. I hate doing a negative reading of, you know, this is not going to be what's happening this week. But let's look at the other one. Your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. All right, hold on. All right, creative accountability is what's standing out to me here, and talking about needing to be a little more creative with your resources. So spending this week, Sagittarius, looking back at where money went over the month and where it was optional and you made a decision, and really looking at those things and seeing where you can maybe tighten up for the coming month so that we don't overextend. You're going to have to get creative about it. That's what it's talking about. But creative accountability says that the buck stops with you, and if the buck stopped short, then you need to get creative about how you're going to move forward from there. How can you get more out of just what you have? All right. Now, the ace is still an ace. It's a new beginning. Maybe it's a new beginning of being just a notch up more responsible with how you're spending. All right. Maybe, you know, you've got all the streaming services, and do you really need to watch all of them every month, or can we trim down there? Is there a cheaper phone service you can go to? Is there, you know, just looking at ways you can tighten things up. That's what I got there, Sag. As you see, I'm putting them back in the deck and turning them right way up. Okay. That's funny, Samantha. So we po. All right, those flew right off the top, and we've got 3 of chalices for Capricorn. Look at that beautiful card, celebration. Celebration and joy this week. I mean, we can still be joyous in the harvest, in the fact that, you know, time is marching on and we're still here for it. This is where, too, you know, when things get heavy and scary again, it sort of becomes a challenge to see how we can find things to celebrate within restrictions. All right, that one wants to come off the top. All right, Cappies. The Three of Chalices signifies a happy gathering or a strong network of peers. Friendships and camaraderie are at their sturdiest and most reliable. Two great Capricorn keywords, sturdy and reliable. Not words I would ever, ever, ever give to the Three of Cups. How about you? Not me. But it's a Capricorn card, so why wouldn't it be sturdy and reliable? The mutual benefits of the Two of Chalices are extended to a greater community in the Three of Chalices. Okay, so we're looking at, and look at these three in a circle, and then do you see the seven sisters dancing in a circle here? The seven star sisters says birthing creations, tapestry of life, expression. All right, so a good week for you to express your joy, you know, to get together with people in a way that's safe and get some stuff out of your system here, some joy out of your system. Okay. This talking about friendships being sturdy and reliable too, and this seven sisters, Capricorn, I know you've had similar messages recently about just the reminder that you don't have to do everything alone. It's not all down to you. And this week might be time to turn around and see, who can I rely on to help me with this? Who can I reach out to? Just, you know, just to talk or to assist you with something. So looking at what you have on your plate, what you have in front of you this week, Capricorn, and asking yourself, who can help me with this? Because I don't have to do it by myself. And I mean, this is birthing creations. Look at that. Let's go to the book here too. All right. So the Starseed Soul Inquiries, what new creations are you being called to bring to birth? There are new creations that want to be born, beauty that's yearning to be woven, new consciousness that's longing to be breathed into life. I've been doing that a lot lately. If you draw this card, you're being called to surrender to these creations, to usher in a new era of consciousness and do your bit in weaving the web of life. So again, looking at who you can work with, who you can weave your threads with, okay? This week, Capricorn, is about community for you. Community, backup, who has your back, who can assist you in what you have to get done, who can assist you in bringing forth the things that you need to bring forth. And think about this, it's the first harvest festival. Nobody does harvest on their own. You know, harvest time is time for the community to come together. Everybody works together, and then everything is distributed around. So looking at who you can join with this week, Capricorn, in order to get things done, in order to kick off some new things. All right. All right, my Aquarians. Oops. Not oops. There it goes. All right, I'm going for both of them. The One of Chalices and the Six of Chalices upside down. So we have the Ace of Cups here. Being a water bearer. Look at holding that cup. All right. What I'm seeing with just these two is Aquarius. It's not time to be dwelling on the past. You're looking at, you know, looking into old emotional things, looking at memories, but those memories might not be the best things that you're digging up, and I'm going to cut these. All right. And we got weight of the world again. Yeah, okay. Aquarius, you've been feeling heavy about some things here, and it's time to kick off something new. Ace of Chalices brings an opportunity to strengthen interpersonal connections. Now is a good time to pursue a new relationship, smooth out old tensions, and forgive. Love of all kinds is the center of this card. and it encourages the expression of positive feelings. Self-love is the impetus for building a better community, and you are worth this effort. Be generous and compassionate with yourself. Absolutely. Fixed signs can be terribly hard on themselves because we're really judgy. Okay, and let's look at this 6 upside down. Memories of the past yield sorrow. Yep. Long-buried regrets suddenly resurface to haunt you. You obsess and cling to the past, unable to live in the present moment. You must make peace with your relationship with your past. There's no recapturing the playfulness of youth, but you might still find ways to access that sense of joy. So that's what this is saying. It's time to give yourself a reset and to let go of some old things that cannot be resolved. You know, it's one thing when something can be resolved. It's another thing when it can't. And to spend time regretting, particularly regretting your actions, you know, instead of putting it on yourself of, I regret that I did thus and so, maybe regret that it couldn't have been different because that's who you were at the time. That's what you knew at the time. You know, I'm sorry I didn't know more at the time. But don't be hard on yourself thinking that, you know, I really knew better and I fucked up. Let yourself off the hook, or understand who you were. Give some more understanding and love to who you were at the time. And forgive yourself, because this is weight of the world again. And it says, let it go. Not yours to carry. Let it go. So regrets that you're looking back on, it might not even have been over something you did. Or if it was something you did, look at why you had to do it. Why did you do it? And then say, I regret that the circumstances were such that I had to make this choice, or that I did make this choice, right? So this is talking about bringing a lot of love to yourself and letting yourself let go of a burden, set your boundaries. You know, sometimes we do things, well, personally, like with my father, you know, we were estranged for the last 13 years of his life until when I came in at the end to take care of him. And I had terrible, terrible regrets. And it took me a while to get to the place of saying I regret that it had to be this way, because I had to set boundaries. And with him, you had to set a fucking brick wall. You know, if you let him in an inch, he was in all the way, and there were no boundaries, so it had to be a hard line. And I regretted that the circumstances were such that I had to do that, you know. So, again, applying love, Aquarius. Let yourself, let those judgments dissolve, and love yourself in the way that says, I did the best I could with the knowledge that I had. And if it was a boundary issue, you know, let it go. It's not yours to carry. All right. Right on. Okay. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for that validation. Yeah, I mean, the past can just weigh us down so heavily. And, you know, being a Pisces moon, I am very much pulled into the past. Pisces mutable signs are past oriented. So emotionally, I get drawn into the past very easy. And, you know, it's hard to kind of separate from. Okay, speaking of Pisces, here you go. My fishes. Where's me fishes? Where's them little fishes? And I just saw Drusilla from Buffy. Little fishes swimming all around it. So, I don't know, do we have any other Buffy knots here? Any other Buffy fans? All right. Ooh, 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 spilling everywhere. All right. Okay. Okay, all right, okay. All right. It said open it like a door. 6 of Wands. So victory. The Victory card, Pisces, and look at that. It looks like the Tower in the background. And I remember when I unboxed this deck saying this is kind of like giving me a Lenormand vibe, because the Tower in Lenormand style cards, that wanted off the top. Oh, crazy. Weight of the World again. All right, it floated. So this can talk about success, about building something. You know, this is success and victory, but it talks about building something. So Pisces, you've been working on something for a long time. This week it's time to acknowledge how far you've come, how far you have come with it. And we've got Weight of the World there, and we've talked about that a lot. Give me something else here. Here we go. Ugh. We have Jump In. Whew. Earth, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. That's a Piscean card right there. So this is talking about saying yes to change and adventure. The Victory card, wands being fire, definitely says it's time to move forward, acknowledge how far you've come, and celebrate that and move yourself forward again. And this Jump In says say yes to change, say yes to an adventure. Let's look at the Six of Wands. You emerge from the fray to find yourself victorious. The Six of Wands tells how you have persevered from recent difficulties and come out on top. You have maintained a positive reputation despite having had many difficult conversations and engaging in various conflicts. Though the grounds upon which you've tended your relationships have been well trodden, your relationships continue to bloom and stand tall. This deck really refers to relationship a lot. I kind of like that. All right, so again, acknowledging your successes. And I do want to look back at this one. Part of your success is learning how to be in the world, but not of it, Pisces. Pisces and Aquarius both have a very difficult time being human and being on this plane, because they too clearly remember what it's like to be without limits. They too clearly remember what it's like to be without form and without time and space, you know, able to access everything. The only thing there is the eternal now. So you have been successful, Pisces, in coming down to earth recently. And it's time to celebrate that and think about what it means, the skills that you use to navigate every day, to negotiate business, to be responsible and you know, an earthly being rather than the beautiful, shining Piscean spirit you are, or in addition to, you know. And it's also about how you take care of this vehicle, because this vehicle is certainly of the world, in the world, and of the earth. So this week, looking at how far you've come and how well you are taking care of yourself, how far you've come in your regimen of self-care, in understanding who you are as a Piscean and what your task is on this earth. And Andromeda energy says it's going to be time to jump into a new adventure and a new level this week, Pisces. All right. Right on. All right, Sarah. Oops. Hold on. I got them flying everywhere. All right. Here is for Aries. All right, Aries. The Starseed card says called. Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Nobody steps up like an Aries. Step forward. All right. And what do we have here? 2, of course. We've got the Emperor upside down, and we've got the 5 of Wands. All right. Yikes. All right. Emperor reversed. In this position, the emperor is a tyrannical figure. Power is abused and corrupted. Institutions are rigid, unmoving, and unfair. The tallest fortress walls are only a veneer, and they will crumble under the slightest scrutiny. Beware of those who feel entitled to your loyalty, your labor, and your livelihood. Likewise, be careful not to overstep your sense of authority. So we do need to step up, but also acknowledge acknowledge where we may have gone too far, or Aries just have a very strong eye towards how much is enough and not being too much. A really tough thing for Aries, to not go too far. And so, Five of Wands represents chaos and tension. Yikes. There might be some compelling disagreements in your life. Nobody seems willing to compromise. Okay, here we are. So this is the compromise. Time to step up. I just heard one of my mom's favorite phrases, be bigger and better, which says that if you're in the fray and energies are going at cross purposes, it will be up to you, Aries, to step up and say, okay, here's where I feel I have overstepped. And, you know, Aries are good at I statements. So you can say, here's what I feel I need to do. And in that way, you lead the others forward as well. Soul gifts and training. So time to bring forth, even in like your regular job, bring forth your spiritual knowledge, bring forth your wisdom in the situation. Because this is like, there's a lot of stress and tension. Somebody is overstepping their bounds. But if you take responsibility, and this is true when you have groups of people that you're dealing with, and you're trying to tell them what to do, or tell them, you know, here's how things need to go. This could be family, work, whatever. And you get resistance. And this is a Leo talking here, remember. The way to get back into a leadership position is to lead. Don't tell, don't boss. That's the negative side. Here's what you need to do. The leader says, here's where I'm going, please follow. So Aries, time to step into the leader role and say, you know what, I feel like we've gotten out of whack this way. Here's what I'm going to do. Go forward in the best possible way as a leader, and others will follow. All right, so turn around whatever tense situation you're in, Aries, where you're just pushing too hard. Time to turn around, deal with your own self, and you will lead others out as well. All right? Okay. Oh, all right. I didn't even see those come off the deck. Taurus, here we are. And I'm glad this is going fast, because I do have my Robin Wood here, and I do want to do a general tarot reading for us, and we're going to take this top. All right, we've got the Eight of Swords, Taurus, and then Star Brothers. Eight of Swords reveals that you are caught. You are trapped in your bad habits, your deceptions, your denials. You keep trying to explain your way out of your emotional problems without ever touching the heart of the matter. This vicious cycle is emboldened by people in your orbit who make you doubt your feelings. All right. So Taurus, time to get into your feelings. Don't justify, don't explain, don't, try to manipulate them to make yourself right in reference to another person, right in context with another person, and let your feelings take the fore, which means you have to acknowledge what they are. So the blindfold comes off. right? And you acknowledge I'm keeping myself trapped by waiting for other people to validate my feelings when they're just not doing it. I'm waiting for other people to see. Why don't they see? If they will just see, but what you're not seeing is that you can't make them see. What you are not seeing is that they're going to do what they do, and that's not your business. It's not your business to worry about what they think and change what they think. It's your business to take the blindfold off, to feel your feelings, to stand in your truth and let yourself out of what's holding you in, what's hemming you in. And then we have star brothers here: Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. All right. Trusting yourself when you no longer need validation from others, when you no longer need them to see what you're saying or that you're right or whatever, then you begin, your self-trust really comes up. You begin to trust your own feelings more. Let me go here. Star brothers, how can you open yourself up to receiving more support? You're more protected than you can imagine. It's safe to open the back of your heart. You're being called to be open to receiving a new level of support now from those in your life and from the benevolent beings you're connected with. Through ancestral patterning, current life traumas, and past life karmic impressions, many of us have become mistrustful and suspicious of loyalty and have blocks when it comes to receiving support. We've learned that we need to go at life alone, that it's not safe to let our guard down and our heart open, that the world isn't a friendly place. The Star Brothers want you to have a new experience of life on Earth. They want you to feel deeply secure and safe, even if you're going through a difficult time. They want you to hand over your fears to them, to see them as opportunities to let in more love. All right, so more support. And here's where the blindfold needs to come off. I deserve support. I deserve it. And I may have to ask for it, out loud even. That's the tough part, is you can say I deserve it, but you can't just sit back and go, and I'm going to wait for everybody else to wake up to that fact too. No, you may have to tell them. But time to really pull in your energies, validate yourself and your own feelings, know that you do deserve support, ask for it. Hey, can you do this for me? Hey, I need this support. Are you able to do this? All right. So, and upping your own trust in yourself. You know, when you show up for yourself in that way, then the trust increases. And I love that phrase, saying that it's safe to open up the back of your heart. I do love these decks, I really do. Ooh, Gemini, here they come screaming at the deck. All right. Oh, we've got a court card, so of course I will be taking the second one down as well, because you know me and courts. All right. You're welcome, Samantha. All right. There's our Gemini card, the blue flame. All right. Page of Swords is a clown, or clever, tiny little writing in glasses that are 2 years old. Page of Swords is a clever and restless individual. With clear eyes and naive resolve, the page dreams of searching for knowledge and truth. With an intellectually dexterous mind and the ability to hold a tremendous amount of trivia. God, is that a Gemini or what? You might be eager to seek information, but you've not yet developed rigor in your process. Despite your greenness, you are a quick study. So we just know we have a valid Gemini message here, right? Then we have Eight of Coins reversed. And a bunch of reverses tonight. Okay, in this position, Eight of Coins might mean you are feeling restless and professionally stagnated. And, you know, this is a card of being in production. The 3 talks about sort of the planning stages, but the 8 is doing the actual work, hands on the tools, hands on the wheel, and it's upside down here, so we're not really getting the things done. You have more to offer and you're willing to put in the work. Unfortunately, the right opportunity is not currently aligned with your desire to move up. The work that you do to further your development seems tedious and unsatisfying. All right, Gemini. So we have to work out this balance here, because you're so quick-minded and you can see where things can go. And Gemini buzzes fast, 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 fast. You know, Mercury is one of the planets that can indicate speed. And Mercury's got this, or Gemini's got this speedy mind, and your mind is flitting all over the place, but then the work is just so damn slow. It's so damn slow, and so you've allowed that to kind of bog you down. And we've got to strike a balance somewhere. So let's look here. The blue flame is spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. So integrating, and it was interesting when they said that the opportunity hasn't yet aligned with your desire for something to change or something to be done or completed. So this week, Gemini, you've got to come to terms with integrating the two things, the slowness of the way life moves on this planet and the quickness of your mind. How do you balance those two things out? How do you give your mind something to do so that your hands can go slow and steady and get the work done that needs to be done? Because the picture I'm getting in my mind is this, that you're pushing things away that need to be done. And so this week, Gemini, what you have to do is get your hands on it. Pick up the papers, pick up the phone, pick up the tools, and do the work. Give your mind something to, zip around with, book on an audiobook or something, and get the work done, because we need to integrate. Let's take a look at this one, the blue flame. Okay, so here's the thing. It says, place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I allow myself to surrender to the awakening process that's right for me. I take things slowly and integrate my experience each and every day. So you might need to do something like journaling, Gemini, just to get the excess chatter out of your head. The Artist's Way did a thing called morning pages. I've talked about these before, where you just do 3 pages that you write out every morning, and it's just whatever chatter is in your head, put it down on the paper. No editing, no thinking about it, no pausing, just blah. Even if you're writing blah, 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 I can't think of anything to say, just whatever's in your head goes down on the page. That can get this, to calm down a little bit so that you can slog through what you need to do. And I just heard just one a day. Just one a day. The things that you need to accomplish, just take one a day. And you'll be able to work your way through them, Gemini. All right. Oh, good. We made it past an hour. I was sitting here thinking, are we even going to get that far? Cancer. This is the last of the signs, and then we will do a general reading with a real deck, one of my real decks. All right, Cancer. Cancerians. Oh, I felt something flip, and then I felt something else flip. Oh, okay, that's too many. Let's take a look at these two. We've got a King of Chalices, and we've got the Hanged Man upside down. So look he's standing up. In reverse, the Hanged Man warns that your personal stagnation might be due to an inability to articulate those frustrating things that give you pause. Are you giving yourself a reprieve, or are you clinging to this moment because change is difficult? The card asks how others might be adversely affected by your willful stubbornness. Uh-oh. Okay, so you this week finds you kind of digging in, Cancer, and it's saying, you might be saying, I'm just giving myself a break. Or is it more of refuse mode, refusing to move out of this moment? So we need to look at that. And King of Chalices, partnership, compassionate stewardship, is intentional about addressing strong and unruly emotions with great sensitivity and care. And that's exactly what it's saying, is that you need to be dealing with the frustration that's happening this week, acknowledging that you are frustrated, and then taking hold of it. The king is the master of the emotional realm. They don't master him, so they can inform, but they don't run the show. So it's saying, claim where you're feeling stuck, name what it feels like and what it is that's keeping you stuck, and then you can move forward. And now let's see. Ooh! Yeah, I mean, things just aren't moving. They're not moving. And that's the sense that, you know, I think we overall have, especially when I have been having deja vu like mad. I mean, like mad. Okay, that one's coming off and that one's coming off too. So, this one says wait. What does the Hangman say? Wait. Wait. And reversed here, it's saying, are you waiting because it's time to wait, or because you just don't want to move forward? So that's what you have to acknowledge, and acknowledge the feelings. But this one says, wait, it's not yet time. Things are being woven. So that validates that there is a real reason for you to be in wait mode. And then this says, loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. So things are still in kind of wait mode, but while you're waiting, there's that Mr. Rogers song, let's think of something to do while we're waiting. And what you're going to do is look at how you are when you're frustrated and have to wait. Deal with that frustration, and then look at your coping mechanisms. Understand that things are still moving under the surface, even when you can't see them externally. Look at your coping mechanisms and kind of hand some stuff over to Spirit. Say, okay, I'm handing off this week. All right. Yeah, I know, Hangman 3 times, but you know what? When they start yelling at you like that, you got to listen. All right, let's go to my Robin Wood. And, oops, wrong side. Have to unblock. And now let's do a general. Okay, let's look at just a reading for the collective. What's coming? I'm going to do my 10 card, 3 threes and a single. What do we need to know right now as the collective? What do we need to be on watch for? Give us a glimpse. Okay. Right out the chute, Ace of Wands. So we certainly have a new beginning. Oof, look at all those majors. 4 out of 9, nearly half of them major arcana. Here, I'm trying to get it so you guys can see everything. Well, the Chariot is in the middle, so it talks, the whole thing is about moving forward. How do we move forward when we're standing still? You know, And to me, it's the difference between the internal and the external. When the external is standing still, we move forward internally. Okay, so the Ace of Wands, something kicks off, something gets started here, and this is potency. And I love this deck because, I mean, what is that but a dick and balls? Come on, this is like potency. So, potency and motivation, desire and passion, inspiration, looking at what we can kick off for ourselves that inspires us. And this is the fire of getting something new started. So, all right, let's just go through. Knight of Pentacles is the knight that stands still. Look at him. So his energy is the energy of assessment, of standing still, assessing things on a material level. And then we've got the Empress. So she is definitely talking about the harvest season kicking off and the abundance in the northern hemisphere right now, peak of summer. All right, let's see. And the Chariot in the middle, so we've got the Four of Wands on one side, the Six of Cups on the other. This talks about collaboration, moving in harmony with others. This is memory, good memories. And then down here we've got the Moon, the Three of Swords, and Justice. Holy shit, you guys. All right, I wish I had framed the question a little bit more solidly. Okay, let's just take it a row at a time. So this one's talking about feeling inspiration, but then pausing to really get our ducks in a row and assess what we have to work with, what the abundance is that we have to work with. This can be a reminder to ourselves that we have a rich lifestyle. If you catch yourself in a poverty mindset, reminding yourself of the wealth that really is around you and what the truth of it is. Okay. What moves us forward is being in harmony with the people that are close to us and allowing our mind to dwell in happy times. And also to dwell in happy times that came after horrible times, as the reminder that things don't stay static, that the wheel turns and that there are good memories to look back on. All right. And then we've got here, it's kind of like I'm looking at this as the end of July, August, September, maybe? I don't know. But that Three of Swords is looming large next to the Moon. So we've got some ouchies. We've got big ouchies coming. We've got a hit to our ability to trust. The Moon says not everything is in the light of day. There are undercurrents happening that we can't see, and they're painful. They bring heartache. And the Justice card says, it's time for a comeuppance. It's time for a comeuppance. Okay, you know what I'm thinking about when I'm looking at this, right, guys? So let's look at this in terms of like the U.S. government. We've had a start of something, of an investigation, pulling in information, assessing where we are, having money that goes into it. I hope this can also be talking about the infrastructure deal, that they've been assessing things, and the Empress saying, abundance, we have the abundance, and we need to do something with it. All right. In those terms, it says that there are people willing to work with each other, willing to move things forward. They're not willing to just stay stuck. So they want to work with others, to collaborate, to compromise, to negotiate in order to move forward. And okay, the Six of Cups is saying that there may be some people in Congress right now that are going, oh yeah, I remember how it used to be. I remember, because if you think about the people that have been there, from the time Trump got in, even like true Republicans, not Trumpians, they're traumatized too. Can you imagine how traumatic it would be to have a job where suddenly the whole place has gone fucking crazy? And to have to survive in that atmosphere and be with these crazy people and then get out and out attacked. And so this is saying that people are going, oh yeah, oh, I remember we used to do business together. We used to recognize our common ground and our common humanity, and so these good memories are coming up. All right, and if we follow it down this way, we see some things are going to start coming out. We see that, you know, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that's causing some big problems, but that justice prevails. And then we've got the 10 of Wands. So we started with the Ace and we end with the 10. There's a lot of work to do. And there are going to be few people shouldering the whole burden. Unfortunately, we have a lot of people in government right now who, you know, have absolutely abdicated their responsibility. They've never done the job they were hired for. They, like Jim Jordan from Ohio, never authored a single bill. He has done no work except to be the fucking monkey wrench that keeps throwing himself into the works. He needs to go bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, looking at comments here. Okay. China shop is not so scary anymore. Know your limitations, embrace your grace. Okay. Yeah, so I'm really seeing this, if I, you know, put it to, because this is the big question I have in my mind, is about our government and where we're going. And it is saying that with the return to at least a structure of sanity in government, there might be some people on the other side of the aisle that are saying, oh my God, this is a relief. I remember when we used to get things done. I remember when we used to get things done. And then Mitch McConnell happened. So anyhow, there's still a lot of burden to shoulder, and it's going to be shouldered by the minority, not the majority, is the sense I get from that 10 of Wands. Okay, now I want to ask about, I'm going to do another one here. And I want to specifically ask about COVID. And I'm going to take a card per month and just go like, you know, the next 6 months. Gosh, they don't want to be shuffled. All right. I'm going to do them that way. All right, tell me. One card per month. The progress of COVID. All right, they don't want it to be shuffled anymore. Okay, so here's the rest of July. We're good. We're good for the rest of July. August is putting plans in place that we're going to have to be working on something in August, putting plans in place. This is a card of planning, collaborating. Okay, mastery. September, the High Priestess. Secrets revealed. Yeah, I think we're going to be in the shit in September. October, Queen of Swords. All right. October, there's going to be some salty people because of the people that are not being good human citizens, I think. Queen of Swords can also talk about just grief, past trauma, stuff like that. I'm going to go 6 months. So July, August, September, October, November. Holy shit. And December. November, December. King of Cups coming in December. All right, King of Cups feels like Biden to me. That, you know, the Tower hits in November. We're going to have to deal with some bullshit one way or another. And it looks like in December, things start coming under control. Or we have, we stabilize. I think I'm going to look at King of Cups there as kind of stabilization. Because he is, you know, master of the water element, master of emotions. I think we're going to be feeling like we've got things under control, or at least we have, you know, a president that steps up and looks to take things under control. All right. Okay, Sarah, honey, I'm not sure what you're saying, dear. Father-in-law, Aries, mother-in-law, Taurus. Is that your mother and father-in-law, or okay? I don't know. I don't know, darling. All right. So what do you think, you guys? I mean, what are you seeing in these cards? If we take a card for a month and you kind of step out of the normal meanings, it certainly looks like the rest of July and August are still good. And then we start to dive in September with the High Priestess. Look at how the colors change. There. And then King of Cups comes out at the end. All right. Yeah, I mean, all of my attention is pointed at September. And there are so many things that we wanted to do. My daughter's boyfriend's band is touring, and they're going to be in Cleveland at the end of September, and I don't know that we'll be able to go, or that the tour will still be going even then. And there's also Miyavi's going to be in Pittsburgh, and I don't think I'm going to be able to go. I'm so sad. Yeah, all the blue, all it's like, you know, earthy, sunny, and then things dive underground. But it certainly looks like November is going to be something else. As far as things rocking and rolling, something comes tumbling down. Perhaps what comes tumbling down is, you know, all this resistance that we've been under from the Egypts that don't know how to take care of themselves. Right. So, okay, I think, oh, hi, Patricia. Didn't see you before. Or did I? No, yes, that's right. You came in at the beginning, didn't you, darling? You're new. Right. All right. Sorry, I'm scrolling back through some things here. Right. All right, darlings. Well, we are where we are, and we are also warriors. Never fucking forget it. We have survived every shitty day we've experienced so far. And we've experienced some shitty days, haven't we? Individually and collectively. And we've made it out each time. So, you know, bank on that, rely on that. I do intend to keep showing up here for my lives as my back allows me to. It's feeling like I'm going to be doing perhaps 2, like a spell circle and a prayer circle per month, and just being able to concentrate on those 2. I am planning one this Saturday, but I don't know who might be popping by on Saturday. My birthday is on Sunday, so happy birthday, Luna. If you want to send me a birthday present, there's a wish list down below. You can send me a deck, or you can send me a tip. That would be awesome too. Because, yeah, that one message, I think it was Sagittarius, I think it was, about too much month left at the end of the money. That's like every month now, and I know I'm not alone. So many of us are really, really struggling. So please don't send anything you can't afford to send, and nothing is too small. And I appreciate you just being here. I just appreciate the fact that you show up to hang out with me on Wednesdays. So thanks, everybody. I will be putting up another unboxing on Friday. I've got a really cool gift deck. I'll show you. The Book of Doors divination deck. The alchemical, what does it say? An alchemical oracle from ancient Egypt. Very excited about that one. So you'll see that on Friday. And take care of yourselves, everybody. I hope you have an excellent, excellent week. And, you know, hit me up if you want a reading. I'm always here to do readings if you want to hit me up. And if you want to do a 15-minute reading for $25, that's, you can certainly have that, and I can cram a lot into 15 minutes. So hit me. There's, contact points and everything down below. All right, you guys. Thanks again. Oh, fuck. Wait. There. Now you get to see my big face. All right. Enough. All right, everybody, take care. I'll see you next week, or I'll see you on Saturday anyhow. I love you. Blessed be.